Jungler game because they had really nothing, but then they picked Morphling and they're like, maybe they did not want to go for it. So they decided to go for Leshrac, something that deals well with the illusions. Right now, Leshrac, just the jungle. Just jungle Lesh.
Jungle. He's checking out the lanes, making sure that they get the matchups that they want. Arteezy will continue to head down bottom.
Something that they've done before, multiple times already throughout this major. Just leave ice on the safe lane, especially when they were playing Alchemist with the acid spray. And the Tusk, this time around, they don't have that strong of a tri-lane, but it's still super strong. I remember historically, you know, Disruptor, he was not considered, like every single time, when, like the tri-lanes were a thing, everyone was playing it. You see a Disruptor, you want to aggressive tri-lane, because what he brings is pretty much just Thunderstrike.
Top lane would set him now, iceiceice. Here with flyfly and Kaka putting the pressure on. Be able to find some decent DS underneath the tower. Yes. It's mid lane matchup. Definitely eyes on how well Emo is going to be able to do against Abed. How much he's going to be able to get up lane. Bottom lane. Ollie. Just slightly off the mark. It's done, but it doesn't matter. G will be the ones to claim first blood with the drive.
Right now, they're thinking, do we help Kaka on the top lane? Made the big pull, will deny some of the creeps, will get level 2 by that. The way EG is playing, like they're sacrificing his ice farm. He's one of the craziest players out there. You know, he will eventually do something that might sound or look stupid, and like EG will get the advantage from it. Like remember the Pangolier when he was playing Pango, just rolling inside the base, going near the tier 4 towers, and then you see like 1 or 2 people rotating, trying to punish that, which opens up more space for EG.
Lane Emo. And get up aggressive onto Abed. Heroes just baiting each other. Abed still with Verifiers to play with.
Using the healing salve, has a bottle coming up to him, so that's gonna be good. Emo, ooh, that arrow.
Careful. It's over from Crit, and we're seeing already in the mid matchup, Abed is just having a phenomenal time against Emo in the 1v1. 11 for 6 against the 6 for 4. Abed, sort of there's no rotations or any input from the rest of the members of IG around this mid lane, we're going to see Abed get some very quick item timings.
He will be. Also, Mirana without Marcy doesn't seem that strong. She does not have anyone to guide the arrows. Abed just playing very aggressive on a mid lane with 1-1-1 build. You know, it's a Morphling, very hard to kill, but Abed so far doing a really, really good job. 15 CS, 8 denies. He has more denies than Morphling has CS. Pretty impressive.
Top lane, they do get the kill onto iceiceice. See if Crit can get the return kill onto Kaka. Stick charges. Crit running him down. Kaka could get away from this. Manages into the trees. Crit won't be able to follow. Done up top, of course, this is the lane where we imagine EG are going to have a tougher time where it's been set up. We'll see how much Crit's around to make it a little safer for iceiceice.
When you have offlaner on the safe lane and he gets a bottle, like I want to see if they will be able to like contest the 5-minute bounty rune. If you don't get it, like there should be Crit also pressuring the bottom lane 5 minutes in, just securing the bounties, especially since JT picked up that bottle, you know, so that they don't get any value from the bounties.
Yeah, maybe try and go for the rune, but with a quick waveform, Emo in. Stop Abed from getting the bottom, but still 21-11 against the 8 for 4. Emo pretty much having no game at all so far in this laning stage, as Abed has completely demolished him.
He still needs 50 gold to finish off his bottle. Level 4, Storm 5.25. Looks really good for Abed.
Now bottom flight. You're right here with Arteezy by his side. JT and Ollie not going to try and dive anymore. CS at the moment down on the bottom lane. JT 24-1 against Arteezy's 18-1. Easy try and turn, but as soon as the spells come out, JT's able to push him away. Not able to get too much damage done with the Edict. It's up top, Kaka. Pair the jungle.
Oh, the glimpse. He does not want him to refill the bottle.
Blessed lies.
Shield, but JT's going to have whatever God's Rebuke in a couple of seconds.
Soak it in!
He got him. Now that was very nice done by Oli, using glimpse just to secure that Arteezy is not going to pick up the bounty, refill his bottle, and the spear, they get the rune. Meanwhile, Arteezy is getting some free CS on the bottom lane, uncontested.
Goes on up top, iceiceice. He's back to getting quite a bit out of this lane. Seeing, of course, still the edge for flyfly at the moment. He's the top farmer on the board, flyfly. No pressure onto the Naga Siren with its lane setup, liking all the space in the world. It's line. I mean, is it going to be up to EG to make any sort of rotation up towards the Naga Siren? I mean, when are we going to see EG start to group together and go? Is it? How early is that going to happen?
Well, once Beastmaster hits level 6 and get book 1, they could potentially threaten a kill on Naga with just one hero rotating. Kaka will still be invis. Like mid laners, they like when there's a lot of action happening on the side lanes as well, where like people die and then they get their bottle refilled, especially if they're not controlling the runes, like if they're not doing it. 2 times we've seen like both supports coming in, taking the runes instead of being it bottled. Emo playing a bit aggressive on the mid lane.
Yeah, they're really pushing the limits here, 2 of them. Abed and Emo really testing each other's capabilities. Themselves alive. We're going to see Abed go for the reset. Team base.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's a boss bounce rune still preserved for him. Be able to stay out on the map. Just away from hitting the 6. Side JT, so just about to that level 6. And at that point, Arteezy is going to have to be very careful down here. This move from Abed sort of knows that JT's about to, he knows that JT's going to look for an aggressive play, so he's going to be here ready and prepared to back Arteezy up.
He's having a really nice read what's happening. Arteezy.
Abed zip in onto JT. He's going to pop the stick charges. Glimpse does separate Abed for now, but Abed's ready to come back in. Closes the gap. Gets the kill done, and now Arteezy's going to dive in on Ollie as well. He's Abed.
Even get the courier.
Radiant's
that's
courier
such a
has
big
been
move.
killed.
Like, they didn't get too much out of XP
Radiant's
while all this was
tower is
happening.
under
Like, there was
attack.
no one on the mid lane.
Radiant
Crit
structures
kind
are
of connected.
fortified.
Lost one full creep wave. He was pulling the top lane, but nice move from Abed. You know, he TP's back to base, refills his bottle, comes back to the bottom, secures 2 kills, a courier, and some damage on the tower.
Yeah. Doesn't get much better than that from Abed's early rotations. Make his way back over to the mid. Crit able to pick up some XP whilst this was happening. The 8-minute rune come into play. Emo and Ollie looking to protect it. Ollie's actually going to take the arrow. Here is Crit's able to find the connection. Abed, you want to come in for this? He's walked in with the vortex. We'll be able to get the kill. Emo's trying to find Abed. Abed. He's out to the side now with the regen being pumped. He's going to be able to get back in. He wants to. His Arteezy and Fly. They're running down Emo. Emo's away and Abed, he'll use the regen to farm. Doesn't want to zip in too aggressively whilst they don't have vision over there.
Sometimes stars just align. You know, he picked up that region, he found the jelly straight away, still has that region up and running. So wants to make a move on JT.
JT shows.
Here I am.
Be a little spooky for him, JT.
Whoa, what I miss?
Something up. Abed. Quite be able to find him. JT plays it safe. We'll also have Emo coming down here. Emo making his way over. See if the 2 of them can get some sort of a play going. JT does have the arena, but EG, they've got 3 here.
Radiant's bottom tower
The backup
is under
of Fly,
attack.
Abed, an incredibly tricky hero to set up on.
IG has 2 farming cores, like Morphling can't make those aggressive moves. Both supports kind of need level to be able to rotate, so it's going to be a lot on JT's shoulders to make the moves. Arena is online. He's level 7, but so is Beastmaster. Necrobook 1 done, Roar available. Like, they could just set things up, but there's still no Song. He didn't even save a point on Naga Siren, so very killable, but there is a rotation. JT plus Phoenix making a move.
Yeah, it's definitely the easier of the cores to take down right now. From the arena, there's no chance for iceiceice. Rotation on the Beastmaster at the same time around mid, though. Abed able to get the jump in onto Ollie.
This is going to be such a good timing on Orchid from Storm Spirit. Something that the Storm does not like to play. Morphin does not like to play into, where that Manta Scout is a very costly item, and they don't have like a real save. There is Song of the Siren, but most of the time Naga and Morphling will not be in the same spot on the map.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Focus around the mid lane. iceiceice.
Radiant's
with the Roar.
bottom tower
If anyone
has
steps
fallen.
up too far, space is made
Dire's
for
top tower
bottom
is
tier
under
1
attack.
tower. Arteezy, of course, now with maxed out Diabolic Edict. take these objectives very fast. He's head up top, flyfly being left alone. Tier 1 can in return crit setting up it, scouting out some action with the Invis. Not
Dire's top
to
tower
initiate or
has
anything though, as
fallen.
he is purely on his own. Mid lane, Abed, iceiceice and Fly trying to set up from the side. Iceiceice wants to try and go for the raw opportunity. It's about it there, but Emo is able to zip out with the waveform and stop right behind. Tricky of a move to be made. Top Crit continuing to get more information. Remainder of that Invis room will now come to a finish, and Abed shoot up here, maybe see if they could start something off. It's hard. Fly around, and they don't know if he's got the song or not, so they are going to respect the Naga Siren.
Smoke from IG. Disruptor's still level 5. Phoenix is 6. They might. I mean, they have enough damage if they go with Arena. Once again, iceiceice. Careful.
Radiant
Let's see
are
what
scanning.
these Radiant using the scan. They know someone is in triangle. Yeah, iceiceice. He looks pretty dead.
Oh!
Get deported, so probably iceiceice. Yeah, already dead. He looks pretty dead.
Throw out the raw there as well. He won't achieve anything with it, or maybe he will actually, because Ollie set up very low. Crit and Arteezy able to come in and get Ollie in return. Be able to chase for more though. Kaka and JT a bit. They're out there.
I talked about the animation on
Radiant
Arteezy, like the earlier
structures
boots
are
of travel.
fortified.
You can kind of see the patterns in what EG is doing, pretty much the similar style of playing. Picks up the boots of travel when he was playing the Razor. Like he needs to be
Radiant
good this time
middle
around
is under
because he
attack.
is the core. Like, he needs to be able to scale. Morana ulti. JT, no dust.
Oh! There's him there. Arteezy. You're not going to latch on to anything as he goes straight through the trees. The mid, Abed, very close. You see Emo responding to that build. He's going to be getting the duels first.
Dire's
Okay,
top
'cause-
tower is under attack.
Like, it's a cheaper way of dispelling things. They have no save whatsoever, so he needs to be able to remove those silences. I've seen it a couple of times. It can work.
Interesting direction, but definitely a necessary one. We're in the jungle. Brett trying to get in. He's going to leap straight in the middle of them and lead into a death. Obviously, no real chance of getting away with the 3 points on glimpse. Ollie would always be able to bring him back, so Crit just had to get in and do as much damage as he could before he goes down.
Dire are scanning.
Beastmaster, he's really struggling this time. He got caught 3 times. The start of his early game wasn't really good because he was playing into dual lane against the Beastmaster.
They go for JT, but JT did get the arena down. Once over from Arteezy, the arena wall still holding back EG. Not able to set up anything off the back of that raw attempt. Also likewise for
Dire's
JT,
middle
his ult
tower
also on
is under
cooldown.
attack.
He has enough money to buy a Blink Dagger, to just go to base, pick up that Blink Dagger. No arena, but he can always make those spear plays into the towers, into buildings or cliffs. Storm
Radiant's bottom
just
tower
finish off the
is under
orchid.
attack.
13 minutes in. Does anyone have a smoke? There is one smoke on Crit, but oh, Emo. Like, he's super close. Like, he just needs one CS to be able to actually get that Yule Scepter, and then he will have a way of dispelling this.
Radiant's
silence
bottom
coming.
tower
Storm.
is under attack.
Definitely needs to keep the pressure. At this moment in time, IG with the greedy lineup with a Morphling and a Naga Siren.
Radiant's
They
bottom
are
tower
2,000,
has fallen.
3,000 gold ahead.
They feel, you know, much safer going into the late game. Their team fight is much stronger. EG, they are the ones who need making stuff on the map. With the Orchid on a Storm Spirit, like, they should try to look for a pickoff. Like, IG seems like they're having a really good read what's going on. Just going together, also smoking up. Arteezy just showed on top.
They're able to close in on him on time. Going straight towards him. Over the mid lane. Jump being made onto Emo first though by EG. He's going to take down the mob. Arteezy in trouble. The spear actually missing. Not going to establish enough time. Big one. The rest of the TP over. Arteezy will still go down. Fly unable to help him from the high ground. Over back onto Abed. Abed will be taken straight back to the mid.
Yeah, Fly used a Aquatic Shield on himself. I don't think it would matter. I believe he was already dead. But nice move rotation. They still lose one. IG should be careful when the rest of the team is using a smoke like that. You need to be very careful, like what you're doing with the hero, especially as a morphling. We said that iceiceice is kind of struggling this time around. Has a book 15 minutes in, but he also has boots.
Trying to get the grab on iceiceice. Still going to lay down the roar. The arrow follows. Arteezy jumps into the burst, but they got an update too. JT taken down.
And now they can start putting pressure on this tower. This tower's actually that they have 4 points in Edict, but Arteezy, like, he needs to be a bit more careful. Yes, you have a baton behind yourself. You're still very versatile. The only item you have pretty much is Kaya, so you don't have that much HP.
Radiant structures are
Good
fortified.
chance to get in on this.
Dire's top tower is
Risk
under
it.
attack.
The high ground of IG's triangle. Back on track, taking towers. Still yet to slow down the farm really of flyfly. Flyfly, 9k net
Radiant's
worth
middle
coming in.
tower is under attack.
Flyfly has been having an amazing
Dire's
time
top
most of the
tower
time on
is
just
under
on the top
attack.
lane, has that Manta style which will increase his farming capabilities, going into Scotty next, just wants to be able to tank up. He understands most of the damage comes from the last track.
Dire's top tower
Song said
is
a
under
volley has
attack.
got Static Storm. They could look to drop everything on Arteezy, and they will. Static Storm, Supernova down. Flying Arteezy up inside, taking down the end of the Supernova successful. Arteezy goes down. Fly, buy himself a bit of time with the borrowed time. Chase him down and bring him back if they can. Ollie with the glimpse. Gets Fly back in the reaches of JT and Kaka as Fly will slowly be burned down.
Yeah, that was such a clutch Yule
Radiant's
Scepter
middle
coming up
tower
from the
is under
Morphling there.
attack.
Yes, you heard that correctly. Yule Scepter from the Morphling, who wanted to have something to repel silence coming up
Dire's
from the
top
storm,
tower
and
is
he
under
uses
attack.
it just so that he
Radiant's
secures
middle
and
tower is under
manages
attack.
to get off in a team fight. Philosopher's Stone found by EG. Every single time I see that item, I'm like, yeah, this is good, you know, because your position 4, your position 5, you'll always want to hold that item.
Playing Arteezy. He's here alone at the moment. Gonna try and open up on Emo here. Moves in with a stun. He's gonna be able to find him. Emo was not ready for that one bit. Arteezy strikes from the shadows and gets the solo kill on the Morph. Over the triangle. Abed leading in with the backup of iceiceice. They drop the horse down to get the JT will fall. Flyfly trying to go for Abed, but Abed still with mana to play with as he's out there.
Yeah, you can see the damage coming up
Radiant's
from the Naga
top
starting to
tower is
pick
under
off,
attack.
especially the one from Arteezy, pretty much the solo kill. Now he starts to put some pressure on the top tower. Edict, such a powerful ability against the towers.
Buildings just as fast as they need to really.
Radiant's
Coming
top
up to
tower
18
has
minutes in.
fallen.
They've already taken 4 towers away. G are staying themselves. They've
Radiant's top
only
tower
lost the
is
one
under
tier 1
attack.
top. Fly, protecting Arteezy here with his aggressive positioning. Emo. Try and lead in onto Fly. Get the glimpse back onto Chris. Static Storm dropped as well. Fly trying to keep their life from outside of the storm. A critical still full. Emo moving in onto Arteezy.
Arteezy on a bit.
Set up JT still covering Arena down.
Dire's
Again,
middle tower is under attack.
it was a shot that stopped the combo from JT. Abed, the savior, coming in to turn it around. And Flyfly, he'll also fall. As
Dire's
EG,
middle
they're
tower
able to
is
take
under
down
attack.
4
They're
of
gonna go
IG. They're going to go straight for
in
the pit.
Yeah, try to get that Aegis. Arteezy is running low on mana, manages to get the arcane range, just a bit more damage. And you said it, Abed just stops the combo. He understands where the most of the damage is going to come from. They have
Radiant
Fly
are
on a
scanning.
pad and keeping them alive. Arrow inside the pit. Can't connect. They can't respond to this. They did not have Naga started for 20 seconds. Song will be available. But this is exactly how EG's play. Like, they need to be aggressive. They need to make stuff happen right now. Get some advantage with their lineup.
IG definitely going to be a little shaken up after that last
Dire's
move.
bottom tower is under
1k
attack.
lead at the moment for EG. Then a very close position here between these two teams where EG are getting these objectives, but it's not like IG's cores are falling behind in farm. Both Emo, especially Flyfly, getting a lot out of the game right now. Already halfway pretty much towards the Skadi. Flyfly. We see that fight, that turnaround again, as it really did look like it absolutely could have gone IG's way. If JT was able to get in and get that combo down onto Arteezy, taking the Lesh out, this would have looked a whole lot different.
Arrow.
Do have the ults up IG. IG could look to set something up. It's a lot harder now that there is that Aegis on Arteezy. He got him again. No, no, it's Emo. boys. He's got to be careful. Arteezy's also got to be careful. JT's able to get in, spear Arteezy over towards the trees. At the end, he's done, but now Abed, he's in the back. Super lever out. See him disabling Arteezy for now. With the ult, Abed moves him up the side. Super is going to be successful to start. Catches the three of them. Abed comes back in up towards only brings down the disruptor.
Dire's top
Long
tower
setup
is
from
under attack.
flyfly being used here to actually allow
Radiant's
Arteezy to
middle
back
tower
away.
is under attack.
Oh man, this was such a big move. Like, he caught Morphling, but there was no real follow-up. They just needed one extra stun and an arrow or Storm Spirit jumping in. Then Storm jumps on the Phoenix, who manages to get the Supernova off. And once again, those Yule Scepters just keeping them in the air so the egg can go off. Like a bit of a throw there. Arteezy, like he lost the Bloodstone charges as well. On top of that, he thought he was tanky, but the team was not there.
No, not at all. Just a little too far forward away from the rest of the squad, and not the usage out of the Aegis that EG kind of need to get when they're running a lineup like this. These sort of deaths and slowdowns in the process that they're going for with their draft. It's gonna hurt.
That was kind of like a shocked Pikachu face, or what's going on? Where's the rest of the team? And this will slow them down. Like, still, Morphling doesn't deal that much damage. He didn't get the Manta style, you know, so you don't get the stats. Yule Scepter is a cheaper way of dispelling things. Now going into E-Blade, so that's gonna help out quite a lot with dealing the damage. But still needs some more time. You know, he's not a real carry in this game. He's not a Cyrus.
Go for Emo, follow in with the Raw and the arrow. Everything being laid down onto Emo with the stun. Not enough strength being built up. Emo will fall. Ollie will as well.
Dire's
8
middle
moves here
tower
with the 4
is
of them.
under
Arteezy
attack.
will also come over to start bringing in this top lane. Start pressuring the tier 2s again. EG just continue to make these moves. Enable Abed. Abed
Dire's
very
middle
close to
tower
DKB.
has
Just
fallen.
a recipe away.
Double damage.
Still having a flawless game. 6-0-5 on the Storm Spirit.
Abed, this time around, like, he does not want to go for any greedy items. He needs that BKB. He wants to be able to jump the backlines, does not care about. So they have literally no abilities that go through Magic Immunity other than Supernova. But Abed's job is just going to be, like, I'll try to go get a jump on Phoenix. It's not going to be that easy because Phoenix has Yule right now, so they need some follow-up.
Progress-wise for IG Flyfly, Skadi is going to be done for the next fight. So this Naga Siren it's going to be huge. EG, they're going to have to be really prepared to deal with and keep that distance from Flyfly. If they get any sort of lockdown onto the cores, Flyfly will tear them apart.
Flyfly also going for color coordinated build, like everything is kind of greenish, bluish. I really like
Radiant's
that. Like
middle
even the
tower
neutral
is under
item is
attack.
also greenish.
What about the fashion plan? He looks good.
Yeah, after seeing Arteezy, you know, bringing out the fashion, it's like maybe I can't do it in real life, but I'll do it in game. Matters
Radiant's
more.
bottom tower is under attack.
Talking about fashion on Naga Siren, here's one for you. What did Naga Siren wear to the maths test?
Radiant's bottom tower
An
is under
algebra.
attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
All right.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Morphling, you know, still put some pressure. He's not that easy to kill,
Dire's
but
top
if they
tower
try
is
to
under
surprise him one more time, there is always going to be this Sun Ray right now. Also, Phoenix
Dire's
going with
top
Phoenix is
tower
getting a ton
has
of harm.
fallen.
Yule Scepter going for that heavens.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
For the tier 2 mid, Flyfly. He's got the song set up. Oh, they're a little too close to each other. Ice and Crit. They're looking pretty tasty here, Ollie. He lays down the storm combo. They're caught into the trying to the Evo comes in, walks up, takes down Ice. Charge.
Oh yeah, that was such a beautiful song on Mirana. First thing that comes to my mind is, you know, "Praise the moon over me." They actually got Mirana there, and beautiful song. Nice setup. JT getting closer to the BKB. Like once he gets that, there's still like Edict, there's the Beastmaster Roar. I still feel they will need to like, they have a lot of problems right now in EG because they feel like they're under pressure. They need to be doing stuff. You're playing into two agi carry
Dire's
heroes.
middle tower
You have
is
like
under
your
attack.
Leshrac, your Storm, their intelligence. So IG's lineup is much better in the late game.
G aggressive moves going. Fly, around the boundary ring spot, we'll be able to get the pickup on it. He actually they don't really want to commit on him because they know there's backup coming in his armband. It's straight over, looking towards the Mars. Mars will be healed up by the Sunray. Side Arteezy, looking towards flyfly. Abed's in, he's a little low on mana, Abed. They can continue to chase down flyfly, they can't. Flyfly will be fine. JT comes in with a spear to push Fly back.
Flyfly just a bit too speedy. Fly has one fly, you know, so it makes a lot of sense.
Fly equals...
Yeah, it's like having, you know, 2 horsepower and the other guy has 1 horsepower. It's has double the amount, so it's gonna be more speedy, which makes a lot of sense.
Radiant's middle
Arrow does not
has
connect.
Damage. Somebody needs to now get a put the blood stone heal. He can be popped by Abed. Abed trying to push back JT. He's got a man and Supernova comes out. They've got to back off. Nemo. Turns to the left side, has to make the damage over the side. They've got the broad. The arrow. That's a connection to the arrow. A beautiful hit there from Crick. Coming in for the side. Flyfly. He's got to turn. He's got to run. He gets the song off in time. Flyfly. He will live.
Oh,
but he has to run.
So unfortunate. Like, that just got BKB delivered on the left track. If he had that, like, 2 seconds earlier, he would probably be able to chase down Nagasar, and all they needed was like maybe 2 hits from the Pulse Nova. But what an arrow from Crit. Like Crit just
that
like
was pretty much max arrow. Yeah. And, well, all he needs to change his underwear after that one. That was
a close one for sure. So next Roshan may respawn in 20 seconds. We'll see. It's gonna be a longer respawn. If it's like early respawn, EG should just try to go inside. They know that the song is on cooldown. They also want to have that level 18 on Naga Siren. It's a big difference, 40-second difference between level 2 and level 3 ulti.
We'll check this fight again, as you say, just getting on Arteezy. Didn't quite have the BKB delivered yet, so struggled to really take that fight to its full potential.
Here comes Sniper. Look at this.
I mean, it was the combo as well. The raw from iceiceice actually pushing the Naga Siren into the arrow. So a real combo play there between the 2 of them.
Yeah, the real combo was actually overlapping stunts, and unfortunately, you know, it was a 6 arrow, but they needed a little bit more damage, but 200 damage.
JT's getting on there, already back in the action on the back line. Kaka's not able to die in time. Emo, he's been caught on the front. Emo's down.
Radiant's top tower is
EG with
under
those 2
attack.
kills, they can look to continue to push on, take this tier 2 tower.
And Emo, he does not get the shift off. This is like 3rd or 4th time already that he was not able to get it off. E-Blade is done, but the tier 2 tower
Radiant's
also
top
gone.
tower has
Roshan,
fallen.
long respawn time. It was like full duration respawn, 3 minutes. Fred has also a Spirit Vessel, so that's going to help quite a lot against those heals, the overtime damage. EG 5k gold lead for now.
Likely to get a lot of value out of the Vessel this game. Of course, always good against the more Shrew's got a way to dispel it, but as we're seeing most of the time, Emo, he has to use that to sort of remove the silence if he gets jumped upon by Abed. So there's always
It's also, you know, you need to be careful about that Yule Scepter. It's a great setup for Mirana's arrow. They have 2 Yule Scepter. It's a good item. Kaka this time around just changing things a bit. You know, he wanted to get the Hex against the Storm Spirit. Decides to go for the full pipe. He was extremely farmed. I think it's a correct choice. You know, playing into Lashrak, playing into Storm Spirit, there's going to be a ton of magical damage. You just want to be able to tank up yourself and your own team.
Looking to wait around the Roshan timer. Minute and 2 up. iceiceice, he's heading in. Found Oli here with the army. Flyfly trying to hold him back. The BKB down from iceiceice. He's going to fire on Flyfly and then jump. Then brought down. Abed, Crit, and iceiceice surrounding him. Tanky, but he's not tanky enough there to withstand the damage here from 4 members of EG. The rest of IG just nowhere close enough to help out.
And Beastmaster this time around also has a BKB ready just to be able to go in. Like, they don't have ability to go to that community. JT?
Arteezy's found him here with the help of Fly. He's going to drop the arena, but there's no way for JT to run. He's going to try and keep it going. The BKB up on Arteezy. Straight to the wall and takes him down. That was a bit of an unnecessary loss there for IG after they'd already lost 2 out on the map.
JT stance was just TP, but this time around did not really work out. It was, you know, that most of the time that's not going to work out. Damage coming out from Lash is just a bit too high. They're also controlling the outpost, the 3:30-minute mark.
Yeah, that hurts for sure now. He's going to get some space. I mean, back in my day, JT was bringing Sexy back, and nowadays he doesn't even know how to get back.
An easy shadow.
He needs that BKB. He's also a bit, like, under-leveled. Like, he's level 14, 30 minutes in, while Beastmaster's almost level 20.
See Arteezy there having a bit of a giggle.
The prize is mine.
737 hit. Time. I think Arteezy. I think he's taken all the times this game. Arteezy.
I see no difference. Like, I've been playing Dota for 15 years, you know, tomes were not that long in Dota, but every single time it happens, like someone just steals my tome.
Yeah, no, there is. Arteezy's.
This was a pop game, you know, Arteezy's getting reported. This is an Overwatch game for sure.
If Arteezy was in my pub, I think you let him get the tome.
Let the fun begin.
Here we go, down mid. Abed. Look to lead it onto Kaka. Actually, they might be able to do something with this. They do. Abed, he gets straight in onto JT. JT in trouble. JT's down. Abed now to the high ground. He gets the count to the flyfly. The drop of the supernova. The flyfly just gets taken out. No help for him. The supernova will go off. JT's come back in with the buyback, but there's no flyfly for 50 seconds. Emo's getting on. Arteezy and Abed just running him down. Arteezy into the base on top of Emo. Emo's dead. No buyback on him. JT in trouble. It's going to be a flyfly. They'll call it GG, and EG will take game 1.
Man, this was their timing. Like, they grouped around, they got a couple of pickoffs, even without going for the second rows, they were feeling themselves. You know, the damage coming up from the last track, he was super farmed. JT caught the arrow. Like, that arrow was pretty much straightforward. He catches it, and just it feels like the game's over.